Jesus is a rock in a weary land, a weary land, a weary land. My Jesus is a rock in a weary land, a shelter in the time of storm. No one can do like Jesus, not a mumbling word he said. He went walking down to Lazarus' grave, and he raised him from the dead. Jesus is a rock in a weary land, a weary land, a weary land. My Jesus is a rock in a weary land, a shelter in the time of storm. When Jesus was on earth, the flesh was very weak. He took a towel and girded himself, and he washed his disciples' feet. Jesus is a rock in a weary land, a weary land, a weary land. My Jesus is a rock in a weary land, a shelter in the time of storm. Yonder comes my Savior, in whom I love so well. He has the palm of victory and the keys of death and hell. Jesus is a rock in a weary land, a weary land, a weary land. My Jesus is a rock in a weary land, a shelter in the time of storm. That's the spiritual My Jesus, or Jesus is a rock in a weary land. ELW 333, our hymn of the week for this week. The text of the refrain, Jesus is a rock in a weary land, is a variation of My God is a rock. And in My God is a rock, we have here the whole story of deliverance. But here we hear about Jesus being a rock. And what I really like about this spiritual and these verses that were selected is that they remind us of what's coming in the liturgical year. So we have Palm Sunday, we see he has the palm of victory, we have Maundy Thursday, we have the towel and girded himself, washed his disciples' feet. Of course, we have a bit of Good Friday because of keys of death, but keys of death and hell also really more points to the Easter Vigil, where we move from death to life. So it's really interesting to sing this at this time in Lent for this Sunday, because it goes with the Lazarus reading, which we also see in verse 1. So a great spiritual, Jesus is a rock in a weary land. Let's take it out one more time. Thank you for listening to Hymn of the Week. Jesus is a rock in a weary land.